You know, after the situation with Ashley Gonzalez, the conversation is still going on, ladies and gentlemen, even after she was actually fired from her job as a Houston police officer. We have this other Latina here, and I want you to hear what she has to say about her community in relation to Ashley Gonzalez.
Ashley Gonzalez, the racist police officer from Texas, sadly does represent a very large part of the Latino Hispanic community. And I do want to preface this video by saying that I myself, I'm a Mexican woman and my husband is black. And I've grown up around Mexican people my whole entire life. And I've noticed a pattern of Mexican people, and I'm only speaking on Mexican people now because that's what I know, are racist. And I think that this comes from wanting to be accepted so badly and wanting to feel like because they're a shade lighter than most black people, that somehow they're better. That somehow, you know, they're part of the good ones. And don't get me wrong, racism exists everywhere, and in Mexico too. But in Mexico, I think it's more of a classism issue as opposed to a race issue, but that's a whole nother video. And growing up around a lot of Mexican people my whole life, I have heard many, many, many anti-black comments made by people that I know, people that think that I'm going to agree with them, and then they find out that I am married to a black man, and then they're like, oh. And I know exactly where this stems from. This stems from colonization. This stems from engraving in our minds that black is bad, that black means that you're not equal. And that's something that happened during colonization. I'm not excusing the racism that exists in our community, but I understand where it comes from. And the moment that Hispanic people admit that they do deal with a lot of anti-blackness is a moment that they're going to start to learn how to decolonize their minds and question as to why they have certain biases or as to why they believe in certain stereotypes, because to most of them, it's just like clockwork. They don't even question it.
Now, the many videos that were made by FBAs, you know, relating to some of the things that this particular Latina is talking about, many other of them come out and say, oh, you guys are wrong. You know, why are you saying that? We all aren't like that. Nobody said all of anybody is like anything. But I take the conversation a step further. And what I've learned over the years, you know, there's no collective group who likes black people. And listen to the words I'm using. I'm using words for a reason. Collective means the whole group, not individuals. Yes, there are individuals in every group that's cool with us. Yes, and you should be cool with them. You understand what I'm saying? If they rock with us, we rock with them. There are always going to be some cool people in every community. But the overall, what she's basically addressing is she's talking about the overall said community. She's saying that their culture has a lot of anti-blackness in it. And she's saying a good portion of them do. And she's experienced this because she's married to a black man. Because they've tried to say things to her about black people, and they're like, they didn't know she was married to a brother. You understand? And usually when that happens, what happens with that situation, they kind of just get away from their own people. And a lot of times just embrace the black community, and they have all black friends, you know, unless they have friends, you know, from the past that's, you know, cool or whatever. But most of them just kind of come to our community for the most part. That's what happens. All they friends are black, and everybody in their life is black, and they kind of, you know, mold more to maybe the husband's family, because they know how some of them they act, and they don't want to fool with them. They get disgusted with them. You know what I'm saying? For us, you know, because some people are just like, what did we do to them? Why they feel this way? You know, it don't matter at this point. We all know we didn't do nothing to nobody, okay? We didn't do nobody a thing to warrant that kind of hatred. We didn't. So we don't need to be sit here trying to figure it out. Why this, why that, trying to tell them that the folks don't like them either. No, we don't have to do any of that. We way past that conversation. This is what we do. Yes, we don't tolerate disrespect. Yes, we call out anti-black racism no matter where it's coming from. Even if it comes from another FBA, we check them too. We don't let nobody get a pass with the disrespect and anti-black racism. That's number one. Number two, since you understand that no collective group got the good of black people in mind, we need to be thinking about the good of black people. So listen, what she's saying about her community, they're trying to get white validation. For us, white validation is not even worth a drop of piss. So it's not nothing that we're trying to pursue. I'm definitely not trying to pursue that. Not whatsoever. I'm pursuing freedom. I'm pursuing justice. I'm pursuing black people to be financially great. That's for sure. I'm pursuing us to have more businesses or we can hire more black people so you don't have to work with these folks. I want our community to be great. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm not even worried about other groups like me. I don't care. And I'm going to keep preaching this to you. It don't matter who don't like you. When you went to bed last night, didn't you sleep good? I sat down and had lunch a little earlier. Guess what? My food was good. I wasn't thinking about people liking me. You know what I'm saying? When I was drinking my Diet Dr. Pepper, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty good. I wasn't thinking about nobody not liking me. Trust me, I went to the gym this morning. Guess what? It was not on my mind about, do these people like me or not? No, I'm thinking about, okay, we got to get this done, that done today, and whatever the case may be, planning out the day. So don't ever, trust me, live your life, work and get the community straight. But the last thing we worried about is other groups not liking us. We already know you don't like us. We know. Once again, there are individuals that's cool, and we'll be cool with those individuals. And I would never not say don't be cool with people of all communities that want to be cool with you. But I'm not going to be like, just because I'm cool with a few, I'm accepting the whole group is cool. No. No. Not whatsoever. You cool, but the rest of y'all, I don't know you, and I'm suspicious until you show me that you cool. That's it. Look, how you should engage the folks, you should engage everybody. You know, my statement, I don't really have because I don't know your culture like that. I don't trust anybody outside the community, and I half trust black people. Now, why I say half trust black people is because I know black people, and I know what you're going to do, but I say half trust because I mean I know everything you're going to do. Now, half trust don't mean I fully trust you, but I trust you a little bit more because I can kind of see you coming because of our culture. I can see, most time we can spot if a black person's decent, bad, you know what I'm saying, good, bad, in between, they're thrown off. We can kind of look at these things and tell because of our culture. But when it comes to other groups, they can fool you. So it's like, no, I can't trust you until you earn my trust. You feel me? But they got to deal with their own anti-black racism. Just the thing is, I would say, and this goes to anybody, it's just not one group. We just not going to pull up, or we're definitely going to pull up. We're not going to tolerate the disrespect. And if we are disrespected, you may get pulled up on. You just may. And I tell my brothers and sisters in Los Angeles, hey, y'all got to organize out there in L.A. Y'all need to really organize. And if they get out of line with some discrimination, pull up. You have to pull up out there and say, hey, this is not going to be tolerated. No, sirree, Bob. Because sometimes when they notice in L.A., they got their numbers real high, and that's why they act like that way with black people. That's why us as black people got to make sure that we in places where black people got the numbers and the backup. That's for sure. But shout out to the Latina. Shout out to her. She just giving us a game, and I appreciate that from her. I appreciate it. But we just got to just be on code with each other. Other groups going to do what they do. But see, the good thing about delineation is none of this stuff really would have came up if we were still on this minority coalition crap. These one-sided coalitions that don't do nothing for us as black people. Because prior to delineation, that's what black folks are on, these minority coalitions. And the whole time, these coalitions did not want a coalition with us. And that's okay, because we got enough coalition with black people that we can do enough for ourselves.